66 million years ago, a shadow fell upon the Earth. A colossal asteroid, more than 10 kilometers wide, struck with the force of billions of atomic bombs. The age of giants was over. In the blink of a geological eye, the world they knew was consumed by fire, then plunged into an endless, suffocating night. This is the story of what came after, the story of the lost Earth and the rise of the small survivors. Pause. Imagine a world erased. The sun, a pale, forgotten memory, struggles to pierce a thick shroud of ash and soot that blankets the globe. The air is thick with the scent of smoke and sulfur. A perpetual twilight reigns over a landscape of utter desolation. This is our planet in the immediate aftermath, a panorama of destruction. Charred, skeletal forests stand like silent monuments to a fallen kingdom. Rivers, once teeming with life, now run black, choked with ash and debris, carving slow, mournful paths through a grey wasteland. In the distance, the horizon still glows with a sinister, molten orange, the dying embers of a world-spanning firestorm. Long, stark shadows stretch from the skeletal remains of what were once mighty trees, painting a scene of profound and desolate beauty. This isn't an ending, it's a reset, a brutal, violent clearing of the slate. But even in this seemingly dead world, the faintest pulse of life endures, waiting for its moment. Pause. For years, perhaps decades, the nuclear winter persisted. But life is stubborn. Deep beneath the ash-covered ground, in hidden burrows and root hollows, survivors held on. These were not the titans of the old world. They were small, unassuming, and utterly resilient. And now, as the first weak rays of sunlight finally begin to break through the gloom, they emerge. Look here, a family of shrew-like mammals, their fur still singed, their whiskers twitching, tasting the new air. Their eyes, wide and alert, reflect a world reborn in fire. They are the pioneers of this new epoch. Around their humble shelter, an impossible miracle is unfolding. Tiny, vibrant green shoots, the first ferns and mosses, are pushing their way up through the compacted layers of grey ash. Each fragile sprout is a testament to survival, a symbol of fragile, tenacious hope in a world that had seemingly lost all. The age of mammals was not born with a roar, but with a cautious, whispered step into the light. Pause. The survivors on the ground were not alone. In the skeletal branches of the burnt-out forests, another lineage held on, the feathered dinosaurs. Not the colossal hunters of the Cretaceous, but their smaller, more adaptable cousins. Here, perched on the frond of a recovering fern, a creature resembling a microraptor surveys its domain. Its intricate feathers, still showing hints of iridescent color, are ruffled by a wind carrying fine particles of ash. Its eyes are sharp, intelligent, scanning the desolation not with fear but with purpose. It's hunting. Small beetles and other insects, themselves survivors, crawl along the new plant life, forming the first rung of a new food ladder. Suddenly, with a leap and a flutter of its feathered limbs, one of them glides to a neighboring branch. It's not the powerful flight of a modern bird, but a graceful, controlled descent, a crucial advantage in this broken landscape. These feathered foragers, nimble and opportunistic, were the ancestors of today's birds, carrying the legacy of the dinosaurs into a new world. Pause. Life's recovery is not just about the hunters and the hunted. It's built upon a hidden, essential foundation. The work of the decomposers. Look closer at the forest floor. The real engine of rebirth is here. Ancient species of beetles, their carapaces gleaming in the dim light, tirelessly chew through the decaying wood of the fallen giants. They are nature's clean-up crew, breaking down the old world to nourish the new. Alongside them, a network of fungal mycelium spreads like a silken web across the charred logs, glistening with moisture. These fungi are the great recyclers, unlocking vital nutrients that have been locked away in dead organic matter. You can almost see the microscopic spores being released into the air, carried by the breeze to seed new life elsewhere. This is the unseen, unglamorous, yet absolutely critical process of nutrient cycling. Without these humble scavengers and decomposers, the soil would remain sterile, the green shoots would wither, and the recovery would stall before it even began. Pause. While the land was a canvas of grey and emergent green, the waters were their own theatre of survival. The initial impact had acidified the oceans and poisoned many freshwater murky, geothermally warmed water, we see the silhouettes of the aquatic survivors. Gar-like fishes, with their armored scales and ancient lineage, patrol the shallows. These living fossils endured the cataclysm largely unchanged. Early amphibians, ancestors to modern frogs and salamanders, find refuge among the sprouting aquatic plants. Mats of algae bloom on the surface, forming a thick green carpet. The primary food source and the first step in restoring oxygen to the water. The low-angle sun, finally strong enough to cast a warm glint on the surface, illuminates a scene of quiet, powerful renewal. The waters, once a toxic soup, are becoming a sanctuary, a cradle for the next wave of evolution. Pause. And so, piece by piece, the puzzle of a new ecosystem begins to fit together. Step back and look at the whole picture. Here, by the water's edge, are small, shrew-like mammals cautiously forage for insects and roots, their senses on high alert. Above them, in the growing canopy of young ferns and horsetails, the feathered gliders leap between branches, their sharp eyes scanning for prey. In the foreground, the beetles and other decomposers continue their vital work, while amphibians dart in and out of the shadows. It is a world in miniature, a far cry from the grand spectacle of the Cretaceous. But look closely. There is a new harmony here, a new balance. Every creature has its place in a re-emerging food web. The mammals, the birds, the insects, the plants, all are interconnected in this great planetary recovery. This is not just a collection of survivors, it is a community, a nascent biosphere rising from the ashes, ready to inherit the Earth. The age of giants was over. The age of ingenuity, of resilience, and of the small had just begun. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey back in time. If you were captivated by the story of Earth's incredible recovery, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the history of our amazing planet. Let us know in the comments which survivor you found the most fascinating. See you in the next one.